Welcome, my dear friends. It brings me deep joy to see each one of you here. Whether you are listening from a quiet space in your home, taking a peaceful walk, or simply pausing for a moment in your busy day, may I invite you to take a deep breath in and out. Let us begin this sacred journey together. Today, I wish to walk with you through a collection of timeless teachings. These are not merely words, but echoes of deep truths passed down by the Buddha himself, words that, if practiced with sincerity, have the power to transform your life, just as they have transformed the lives of many before you. Yes. Today we are exploring Transform Your Life with these Buddhist quotes. Each quote is a doorway, a portal to a deeper understanding of life, suffering, joy, peace, and the true nature of our minds. But more than understanding, it is about living them, being them. Let me begin with a simple quote. Perhaps one of the most powerful. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. The Buddha let these words rest gently in your heart. You deserve your own love. How often, dear one, do you judge yourself too harshly? How often do you offer kindness to others, but forget to offer the same to yourself? In the teachings of Buddhism, we speak of metta, loving kindness. It begins not with others, but within. For how can we give from a well that is dry? I remember a young disciple once came to me, troubled and weeping. She said, "Master, I offer kindness to everyone, but I feel so empty inside." I asked her, "Child, have you been kind to yourself today?" She paused, then said softly, "I don't know how." So I sat with her, as I sit with you now, and I guided her to place her hand over her heart. I asked her to whisper the words, "May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering." She cried, and her tears were the waters that softened the soil of her heart. That day, she began to truly love herself, not with ego, but with metta. And so I ask you, my listener, have you offered love to yourself today? Let us continue. Another quote the Buddha spoke. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Ah, how powerful this is. The mind, my dear ones, is the seed of all creation. Like the soil from which a lotus blooms. If your thoughts are filled with fear, then fear becomes your reality. If your thoughts are compassionate, then you walk with peace, and your presence heals others. This is why we practice mindfulness, to watch our thoughts, not judge them. Just to watch. Like clouds passing through the sky, there was once a monk named Anathapindika, a devoted lay follower of the Buddha. Every morning, before the sun rose, he would sit in silence. He did not fight his thoughts. He greeted them like visitors. "Ah," he would say, "here comes doubt. Let me offer it tea. Here comes anger. Let it sit but not linger." By the time the sun had risen, his mind was like still water, and his day flowed with grace. You too can do this. When fear comes, don't chase it away. Sit with it. Breathe with it. Ask it gently, "What are you here to teach me?" When joy comes, let it fill you. Smile with it. And whisper thank you. We become what we think, dear one. So tend your thoughts like a mindful gardener. Now, another beautiful quote. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. This is perhaps the most important teaching for your daily life. So often we are lost in the echoes of yesterday or the whispers of tomorrow. But life, my friend, is happening now, in this breath. In this heartbeat. I once met a man who lived in deep regret. He would sit at the monastery gates each morning and sigh. One day, I sat beside him and asked, "What burdens you so?" He told me of mistakes, choices, things left unsaid. I listened, then offered him a bowl of water. "Drink," I said. As he lifted the bowl, I spilled some water on the ground. He looked at me confused. I said, "What is spilled is spilled. You can mourn it, or you can drink what remains." The water still in your hands is life. Drink it now, before it too is gone. He wept, but this time, not from sorrow, but awakening. You see, the past is a lesson, not a life sentence, and the future. It is a mystery we enter with presence. Only this moment is real. Only here can you change, heal, and grow. Let's breathe together again, in and out. And now, another wisdom from the Buddha. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Ah, such a simple line. Yet most spend a lifetime chasing peace like a shadow. We think peace will come when we achieve something, when we are loved by someone, when everything is perfect. But peace, true peace, is a state of being, not a destination. There is a story of a village that suffered a long drought. The people wept, crops failed, and they feared starvation. They came to a forest monk and begged for a miracle. The monk said, "Let me show you something." He brought them to a still pond hidden in the forest. "Look into the water," he said. "What do you see?" "Nothing," they replied. He stirred the water with a stick. "Now?" "It is unclear," they said. He waited. The ripples settled. The surface calmed. Then he said, "Now look." And they saw their reflections. "This," he said, "is your mind. When agitated, you see nothing. When still, you see clearly. The peace you seek is not rain, it is clarity. Still your mind, and you will know what to do." That season, the villagers learned meditation. They found inner peace despite the outer drought. Eventually, the rain came. But by then, they no longer depended on it for happiness. Remember, dear one, the most sacred temple is your own heart. Now, let us look at a quote that offers freedom. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. How many of us hold on to anger, bitterness, resentment? We think we are punishing others. But the truth is, we only harm ourselves. In one monastery, a young novice had a deep conflict with a fellow monk. Every day, his heart burned with anger. He could not meditate. He could not sleep. So I gave him a gift, a hot coal in a bowl. "Hold this until you feel peace," I said. He picked it up and cried out in pain, "Master, it burns." I looked at him gently. "So does your anger. Let it go." He understood. Forgiveness is not weakness. Dear listener, it is freedom. When you forgive, you free yourself. And from that freedom comes compassion. Another precious quote. Health is the greatest gift. Contentment the greatest wealth. Faithfulness the best relationship. We often measure wealth in gold, relationships in passion. But the Buddha teaches us a different way. What is greater than health? When you are well, every step is a joy. What is richer than contentment? When you need nothing, you have everything. What is deeper than faithfulness? Not just to others, but to your own path, your truth. There once lived a poor man who had nothing but an old robe and a begging bowl. Yet he smiled every day. A wealthy merchant asked him, "Why are you happy when you have nothing?" He replied, "I have everything. The sky above, breath in my lungs, and peace in my heart." True wealth is not what you hold in your hands, but what you hold in your heart. Now, dear friend, let us pause, breathe, reflect. You have heard many truths already. Let them settle in your being, and yet we are not done. The path is long but gentle, and so, dear listener, you have walked a long way with me today, through stories, teachings, and timeless wisdom, and still the journey continues. Within you, I hope the words of the Buddha have gently stirred something inside, a light, a whisper, a yearning. Take these teachings, sit with them, practice them, not for perfection, but for transformation. Each day, choose to wake up with awareness. Each night, choose to sleep with gratitude. And each moment in between, choose to live with compassion. This is the path. And before I go, May I ask you for a small offering in return? If these words have touched your heart, if you found peace, clarity, or even a moment of stillness, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, Buddha's Wisdom. Your presence there supports this community of mindfulness and helps spread these teachings to others who are also seeking peace in a restless world. Click that subscribe button. Like and share this with someone who needs it. Together, let us build a world rooted in awareness, compassion, and light. Thank you, dear one, for walking with me. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. Peace be upon you.